Hey guys, just a quick channel update again. I probably, for all you people who like watching me play Apex, I will most likely not be playing Apex for a little while. Even if it's requested, only because I know some of my viewers personally, I know some of what they watch. Some of you come here because I made a shit post. Some of you got here because I don't know, probably subscribe to your channel, to which if I did, thank you. And if you ever wanted to maybe do a video together, I will clearly shout you out because I respect your channel. You do great. In fact, I could actually name a few right now. I actually have the list. However, oh, fucking Amazon, stop sending me goddamn ads, you son of a bitch. Anyways, I'm not doing Apex for a while. At best, I probably might be doing Rainbow with some friends, only because right now Apex community is being really toxic. By toxic, I specifically mean the crossplay, to which if I do it, it will most likely be off, to which I hate because I like going against PlayStation players because normally all they do is swear and call me trash. Meanwhile, they're the one with like 0 kills. And normally they're like 12 or so because they're spoiled. For some reason, the 13-year ones mostly like Magic the Gathering, D&D, and are pretty fucking chill. Sometimes. It depends. If you give them work that's too hard, that's fucking bullshit. I mean, then they might want to kill you. They might kill you fast, but I mean, they're Polish sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah. Don't fuck with those ones. Yeah, they'll mess your shit up. Anyways, anything I was gonna say was today, the PlayStation users has pretty much wiped me out of misery. I do not want to be on Apex anymore, specifically because 2 were on a game. Apparently they can't handle jokes, because I said to like this little kid who's like bragging, even though he's like a level 49, and he's like, I get 7 kills every single match. It's like, if that's the case and you're level 49, and I asked him, do you only play this character? He goes, yeah. And my response to that was, well then how come you only play that character, you're that level, and you get 7 kills per game? How come the math don't add up? You should be at least towards like almost 100. Instead, you're at 12. And then as I say that, I say, man, be quiet. We're just trying to have fun on the rank match. And as I say that, this 35-year-old man screams his head off at me and says he's just a kid, leave him alone. And my response to that is, yeah, exactly, but I'm saying he doesn't have to be toxic. We're just trying to have a good time, and he's the one, like, doing all this. Dude. I'm just telling him to be a little quiet. And then the guy just keeps screaming. He tells the kid what to do as if he's the fucking father. And if he wasn't the father, and if he is the father, I mean, then let your fucking kid play your own game instead of immediately calling the level 500 trash 24/7. Well, you're also screaming so loud, my ears actually started to ring. So with that, I ended up not muting them, but actually turning my headset to the lowest setting on both my headset and the in-game and the actual headset volume. And I could still hear him screaming loud as ever, as he keeps repeating the wise words of "you're bad" and trying to tell me what to do. If I ran away from a fight, which because there was 7 of them there sniping me with all red and purple body shields, his response is, yeah, don't fight that, don't fucking run away, coward, and plenty of other things. After that, I got into another match. With that, I was with someone else who has a mic with his PlayStation. He did nothing but scream on his headset. I turned it down. I could still hear him as he's basically saying kills are the only thing that matter, and it's never about fun. People may find fun in kills, but that doesn't mean you have to immediately call you shit because you're playing on Xbox. And with that, he also asked if I knew how to play the game. You're asking the crypto with 700 kills who rushes every fight, by the way. And his response is, I don't know about you, but I'm trying to get a 10 streak. Which, to be fair, is not that impressive. I mean, I know I might not have a 20 streak, but I've gotten a 10 streak. It's not actually that hard. Like, really, you just need a good game with some pretty good weapons. Or at the very least, you need to be skilled enough to use all weapons. And then the guy leaves me for dead because I'm a crypto. You know, 700 kills doesn't give you any respect. No, apparently you need 30,000 kills, and you have to be diamond. Meanwhile, the rank's almost over, and you're still in fucking silver. So what makes you any better? I don't know. You've been on fucking daily trying to grind all the way back to your precious diamond that you got in Season 2. Meanwhile, here am I, who pretty much gets gold every season and pretty much only has to grind for about a week, but only went because I'm still silver, and I was just like, I want to get some of my dailies done. So toxic. And then the next game, which is always my point whenever somebody says Xbox community is more toxic than PlayStation. You know what happened? I died. I went because it was an Xbox player, and I said, you know what, Xbox communities are supposed to be more toxic, so I'm really sad. But, I'm going to listen to what the fuck this guy might be saying shit about. And I go back, and his wise words are, don't worry, Grumpy. We're going to win this for you, Grumpy. I'm going to make sure we win this for you. We're going to avenge you, Grumpy. And you know who the teammate was? He was a PlayStation player. You know what he was saying? Fuck you. He deserves to die. And then he cogged all the ammo from that there friendly man who was an Xbox player. So anytime I want to hear any shit from PlayStation back talking to Xbox, I want you to look at what an Xbox lobby is like a normal one. We're not talking these wannabe famous YouTuber types, because there are plenty of those. We're talking I am a normal person with low money who got this game and I just want to have fun. Those ones. The ones who are chill, which all communities have them, but I've seen way more on Xbox, because Xbox are cheap consoles, and so you're going to see a lot more poor, cheap people who would rather have an Xbox than a PlayStation just because they don't feel like wasting the goddamn money. So next time you have a PlayStation, and if you're poor and you have a PlayStation, then my question is are you toxic? No? Well, then is it the poor issue? Is it the spoiled issue? Like, if you're a little bit poor, are you friendlier? And if you're not poor, you're spoiled, then are you more toxic? Because that's not only the case, but I feel like that's probably one of the reasons probably why if I go into a lobby in any game that has crossplay, hell, I've gone in Overwatch, and I've had the same thing. I've gone in plenty other different crossplay games. If anyone can get this to, someone who does crossplay to maybe take the guard off where you can hear the PlayStation players really well, but the PlayStation players can't hear Xbox because their assumption was that Xbox players was more toxic. I want them to hear this and know that what starts toxicity is not the console, it's the level of rottenness that person is. Have they lost too many games and are now have not too much hatred and hate the world now? Because I surely didn't when this guy was screaming in my head saying, when I explained to him, you're screaming in my ears, that's why I'm going dead silent, because I can't hear my own self think. And his response to that is, I'm sorry that you just have hatred in the world and you're going to fucking call us bad and call PlayStation players bad. I never said PlayStation players are bad. In fact, I even told right to his face, I never said PlayStation players were bad. You're putting words in my mouth. If anything, I said you are being toxic and that you don't have skill because you flash around a 20,000 kill streak. If I had 20,000 kills and this was a season where 20,000 is the norm, I'm not going to show it. But if I have a character that has low amount of kills, I would like to show it. That way people know I'm not bad, but I'm also not as sweaty. I see that as an accomplishment that I don't have 1,000 kills as Crypto or 20,000 on Mirage. I see that as an accomplishment. If you see that as an accomplishment, you are indeed a sweat. I'm sorry to say, but you are. Alright, okay? You cannot give people respect in a teamwork game when they have that many kills. That means that they do nothing but either play that game with only one character, because all my kills all up together is 5,000. You want to know why? Because my main goal is not to get kills. It's not even just to win. It's to make sure my teammates stay alive. That is why I play Horizon. I can get out of a situation and then I can go res them later. That's why I play Crypto. I can get their drones if I really, really have to. That's why I play Mirage. I can res people invisibly. All my mains are good people to keep people alive. If you're going to say medics I don't know, Lifeline, you res her, you res them, now they're open to be killed. They can be killed easier now, actually, because now they don't have a knockdown shield. And now it takes them how long to get res? So they're vulnerable for a good 10 seconds now, because you did. A good 8 seconds, because you did that. Which may not seem much, but when you're a Mirage main who will res people and you turn invisible, and they walk past you because all their brain cells turn off, because that's just video game players apparently, that's clearly different from, hey, I see the drone, I'm going to shoot the drone, I'm going to go over and finish this guy, and then I'm also going to go target the lifeline, that way I can actually finish this guy. Because when that person gets res, it's not like they have more health. No, they're at 3 HP? So if you're not directly going to take those bullets while they're getting resed as lifeline, and after they get res so they can go heal, you're legit just a walking suicide. You're not helping the team. You're just making sure one person gets up. That way you lose another member. Mirage, though, he tries to make sure both people stay alive, and then he'll create decoys to confuse to get away. Mirage is a way better medic, which is why I will always refer him as a combat medic. Just maybe a 10-minute rant, I just want to point out here. I don't like it when I hear slurs from PlayStation players. If you're a PlayStation player, I would like to talk to you, because I'd like to know you're toxic or not. If you are not toxic, thank fucking God. Because I do know some personal people who will argue me about which console is better. The people who normally will say blank are normally the more toxic ones, yet they call me toxic because I simply side with a console because I've played the other two. Meanwhile, they don't play the other two. And their response is processing, to which they don't understand that I don't really care about. Some gamers care about processing. That is fair. I can't really not respect it. Like, I kind of do respect it. It's just that you kind of have to respect my opinion. And another thing, too, for some reason, I also like to know this for some of the PlayStation players. It seems like you guys make jokes, and you guys joke around and have a good time. Again, I used to be one of you. BO3 was the days. We had this guy called, we call him Chuck Lee, because he pretty much went around and used the double jump mechanic to pretty much do the fucking karate with the melee. It was so funny. You basically couldn't shoot or kill him. It was really funny. Chuck Lee. Those were the good old days of PlayStation 4. And those are the days that I wish to go back to, but my account got hacked. That's really the reason why I got Xbox, was because my account got hacked, and I was like, if I'm going to start a new account, might as well start a new console and see how these fucking Xbox sluts are. And my response to that was, oh, they're weirdly not as toxic. In fact, a lot of them even cued me to stop being toxic. And one of the main things that I noticed, too, was that the controller was weirdly made for me, because, if you ever played on Nintendo and whatnot, when I would play on Nintendo as a little kid, which is how I learned how to use this kind of controllers, I would use the Pro controllers, which are almost modeled after the Xbox design, like how the joysticks were, and those were just better for how my thumbs and stuff were arranged and how the PlayStation one was. Which is why, another thing too, I'm not someone who picks sides. To be fair, I pick Xbox, but I can't say anything about the newer gens. I'm not going to say anything about Xbox Series, and I'm not going to say anything about PlayStation 5. Why? It's simple, because it's fairly simple. I have never played on those consoles, so I cannot say which one is better. If PlayStation 5 is better than Series, and Series is better than the Xbox One, then PlayStation wins. Simple as that. I'll fucking save up money for a PlayStation 5. However, I've also heard things about the Series, which makes me want to lead more towards PlayStation 5. But with that, to be fair, most of what I figured out about the Series was caused by most PlayStation players on Twitter saying things like, no, it overheats, which is apparently something to do with every fucking gen. Meanwhile, the fuckers don't even own the thing. And then another thing, too, is that it goes over to then an Xbox player realizing that, and then not getting the new gen. And that's another thing, too. You also gotta remember, most of us on Xbox we classify it as such a good console that we respect the fact that we have it and we don't feel like getting a new gen. You guys immediately turn in your stuff for a new one. To be fair, I feel like it's mostly because there are games you can't play on PS4 that you can play on PlayStation 5, which is why I don't criticize you guys over that. I more so criticize the Xbox because the fact that what that console can play, the Xbox One can, especially older models of Xbox Ones, I honestly see it as sad. Because it's like Microsoft. Here's a game console that actually has clearly better processing if they can play these games, and these models too can, but these ones can't. It's truly a sad fact. But to that, it also makes me question, is it the processing of the PlayStation 5 that's just higher, or is it the fact that they're more or less on par? Because you gotta remember, PlayStation is made by Sony, a company that's known for things like Sony Pictures, Sony Audio, and a few different little gadgets, including PlayStation, which is a gaming console. Microsoft, meanwhile, is known for making fucking PC monitors, plenty of other different things, specifically made for things like PCs and Microsoft, and I think they also own a few other shit. I'm still waiting for the day when Microsoft owns Amazon and we just get a discount just for, like, having a Microsoft account where it's just like, hey, you own a Microsoft account? And a Sony one? Okay, cool. You get $50 off every purchase. Here's a controller for like $20. Those would be the days. I can't wait if that ever happens. But, yeah, that's my rant. I'm going over this over gameplays. You can see that I would be putting in. But these are talks I would like to have. I am more of a meta person. I like to question things, and if I ever got like 1,000 subscribers and all of them were watching my videos very recently, I'd probably do formats like this to ask a lot of them questions on their opinions, and I'd ask them to answer respectfully. Because if I see someone answering screaming, because I know most of my viewers, because a lot of them I will ask if they want to play, and I don't care what console they're on. Fucking, I hear so many PlayStation players call Xboxes sluts and whatnot. Like, oh, Xbox sluts, so bad. I'm sorry that you can't play on a PlayStation. You know what Xbox players say to that? You know what we say? We don't say PS sluts on they can't play it. No. We say these exact words. We can't spend enough money on a PlayStation. We don't want a PlayStation. All our friends are on Xbox. Why do we need to switch to PlayStation? It's more the question of why do we need to than it is of we can't, to be fair. Cal, if I got enough money, even though the next amount of money I'm going to use for a console or something, either two things, either a Nintendo Switch or a PC, that way I can make these videos way more high quality, way more edited, and actually do things like stream on Twitch and then cut together different Twitch videos by 10 minutes to upload them. And make it like way more polished, because I can do that if I own a PC with like the whole editors and whatnot, while also using the PC maybe for different programs that I can't do on the console that I'd like to go back to, like Gmod. I miss Gmod. It might have crashed, but I mean, I liked my little Nerf gun skin. That I had on, and then also things like in fact I actually have like 3 USB drives with all my other shit too, so I could probably just put that into the PC if I ever get it. But then the Nintendo Switch, because I start getting bored with Xbox games, so I pretty much would just go to Switch. But one thing I have to point out is that my next video will be talking about the pros and cons of Xbox and PlayStation, because I want to set my point of view straight. If you don't want to listen to it, then my question is, are you mad? Or are you just like, nah, this guy sucks. He has an annoying voice. To which I will respond with, thank you. Also, how do you like the new intro? Is it good? Is it cringe?